you guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. My name is Hallie and I'm so happy that you're here. Today we're going to be talking about my fall TBR and I'm so excited. I've literally been counting down the days until it's like socially acceptable for me to start talking about fall reads because I need it. Like I need the change of season right now. So I'm so excited. I've put together a little list of books that I really hope to get to this fall that I feel like just give the perfect cozy fall vibes and also a little bit of like spooky season vibes as well. I have a group of books that I already own that are on my physical TBR, and then I have a group of books that are not on my physical TBR that I would really like to either buy or rent from my library that I've just had my eye on. So I'm really excited to get into the video and tell you guys some of the books that I have on my TBR for this fall. So getting right into it, the first two books on my fall TBR are actually from today's sponsor, Book of the Month. I was actually so excited whenever I saw the September book picks. For my picks this month, I chose The Heartbreak Hotel and The Academy by Ellen Hildebrand. I'm so excited because these give such good fall vibes. If you don't already know what Book of the Month is a monthly book subscription service that has the best prices on new release hardcover fiction. And their mission is to bring the best new fiction forward. Obviously, we all know I love Book of the Month. I've talked about them so much on my channel and I'm also personally subscribed to Book of the Month as well. Basically, how Book of the Month works is every single month there are new curated picks that are chosen by their editorial team after reading through hundreds of new and emerging books and authors. And you can skip any month free of charge as well, which is really nice. Book of the Month has helped me discover so many new authors and books that I otherwise would not have discovered without them. And on top of all this, if you would prefer to listen to your book pick instead, Book of the Month does also have audiobooks in addition to the hardcovers. So each month you're able to choose whether you would like to do a hardcover or an audiobook for that month's book pick. And this month when you join, you can get your first book for only $5 and a cute little hat of your choice. This is the one that I chose. It's so cute. Obviously the hat that I chose is this little white corduroy one that says well read, but I do also have the denim one that says book person, which is super cute as well. I always love the little Book of the Month hats. So to give you guys a little bit more about the two books that I chose because I am so excited about these. The first one that I chose is The Heartbreak Hotel by Ellen O. Clover. This one just sounded so cute and cozy. The synopsis of this one says, Louisa Walsh emerged from a tumultuous childhood with a degree in counseling, a wealthy boyfriend, and her sunny outlook on life mostly intact. But that optimism is tested when she's dumped and left unable to afford rent on their gorgeous house in the mountains of Colorado. Even with her life in disarray, Lou knows losing the one stable place she's ever called home is not an option. Her plan, ask her reclusive landlord, Henry Rhodes, to let her stay for free in exchange for renting out the house's many rooms as a bed and breakfast. She's shocked when he agrees to her terms, and even more surprised to discover Henry is a handsome 30-something veteran with silver at his temples and sadness in his eyes. I love a little sad boy in a book, I can't lie. One who does not take it well when Lou starts marketing her B&B as a retreat for the recently heartbroken. But as the Comeback Inn opens its doors to weary, hopeful guests, Lou and Henry find themselves dancing around both their undeniable connection and the closely held secrets that threaten to topple this fragile new start. A chance at love here could be too close to home, or it could be exactly where their hearts finally heal. That sounds so cute. I'm so excited to read this one. And then my second book pick was The Academy by Ellen Hildebrand. And I've never read an Ellen Hildebrand book before, so I'm really excited because the premise of this one sounds so good and like the perfect fall vibes. So the synopsis of this one says, it's move-in day at Tiffin Academy. And amid the happy chaos of friends reuniting, selfies uploading, and cars unloading, shocking news arrives. America Today just ranked Tiffin the #2 boarding school in the country. It's a 17-spot jump. Was there a typo? The dorms are dingy, the sports teams always come in last, and let's just say Tiffin students are known for being more social than brainy. On the other hand, the campus is exquisite. Class sizes are small and the dining hall is run by a New York chef. And they do have fun. Lots of parties and school dances, and a piano man plays in the student lounge every week. But before Tiffin students and faculty can pat themselves on the back, the wheels begin to turn, and then they fall off the bus. Thanks to a new app called ZipZap, scandalous blind items start appearing on phones across Tiffin's women's campus, and nobody is safe. From Davy Bangery, queen bee and international influencer, to Simone Bergen, the young new history teacher, to Charlie Hicks, a transfer student who seems determined not to fit in, to Cordelia Spooner, an admissions director with a somewhat idiosyncratic methodology. Everyone has something to hide. As the year unfolds, bonds are forged and broken, secrets are shared and exposed, and the lives of Tiffin's students and staff are changed forever. Gossip Girl, is that you? That actually sounds so good. I'm so excited to read both of these books. So if you are also interested in trying out Book of the Month, now is such a good time. Like I said, you can get your first book and also a hat of your choice for just $5 when you use the code JACKET. Visit bookofthemonth.com, or you can go into my description and I will have the link and the code, literally everything that you need down there as well. I highly recommend Book of the Month and I love them, and I'm so excited to get into my 2 book picks. Thank you again to Book of the Month for sponsoring this portion of today's video. Now, to get into the rest of the books on my fall TBR, I'm going to start off with the books that I have on my physical TBR already, and then I will end with some of the books that I don't own yet, but I really anticipate either renting from my library or purchasing at some point within the next few months. The first 2 books that we have are The Spell Shop and The Enchanted Greenhouse. I honestly didn't even realize that a second book was going to be coming out to this. Honestly, I owned this one from last year and I didn't get to it last fall, but we're not talking about that. But I saw this, and the covers for these books are just, they're stunning. They are so beautiful. Like, if this doesn't scream fall, I don't know what will. But whenever I read you the synopses for these as well, it is giving the coziest fantasy of cozy fantasy. So for The Spell Shop, this one says, Keela has always had trouble dealing with people. Thankfully, as a librarian at the Great Library of Elysium, she and her assistant Kaz, a magically sentient spider plant, have spent the last decade sequestered among the Empire's most precious spellbooks, preserving their magic for the city's elite. When a revolution begins and the library goes up in flames, she and Kaz flee with all the spellbooks they can carry and head to a remote island Keela never thought she'd see again, her childhood home. Taking refuge there, Keela discovers, much to her dismay, a nosy and very handsome neighbor who can't take a hint and keeps showing up day after day to make sure she's fed and to help her fix her new home. That's so cute. In need of income, Keela identifies something that even the bakery in town doesn't have: jam. With the help of an old recipe book her parents left her and a bit of illegal magic, her cottage garden is soon covered in ripe berries. But magic can do more than make life a little sweeter. So Keela risks the consequences of using unsanctioned spells and opens the island's first ever and much needed secret spell shop. That sounds so cute. And it sounds like just the right amount of like stakes, like not super high stakes. Saying stakes like that sounds so weird, but what I'm trying to say is it doesn't sound super high stakes, but I feel like it has enough going on to where it like still sounds really, really interesting. But also the setting being like a little illegal spell shop and like her having a garden and making jam, like that is just the cutest thing I've ever heard. So that's The Spell Shop. Then we have The Enchanted Greenhouse, which I believe has one of the characters from the first book in it. Let me see. This one says, elsewhere in the Empire, on a remote island brimming with singing flowers, honey cakes, and honeydewed love, Turlu Perna broke the law because she was lonely. She cast a spell and created a magical sentient spider plant. Okay, yeah, so like you get like the creation story behind the sentient plant from the first book, which I feel like is so cute. As punishment, she was turned into a wooden statue and tucked away in an alcove in the Great Library of Elysium. This should have been the end of her story. Yet one day, Turlu wakes in the cold of winter on a nearly deserted island full of hundreds of magical greenhouses. She's starving and freezing, and the only other human on the island is a grumpy gardener. To her surprise, he offers Turlu a place to sleep, clean clothes, and freshly baked honey cakes, at least until she's ready to sail home. But Turlu doesn't want to return home, and as she grows closer with the unwittingly charming gardener Yarrow, she learns the magic that sustains the greenhouses is failing, causing the death of everything within them. Turlu knows she must help, even if that means breaking the law again. This time, though, she isn't alone. Assisted by Yarrow and a sentient rose, Turlu must unravel the secrets of a long-dead sorcerer if she wants to save the island, and have a fresh chance at happiness and love. That's so cute. I'm actually so excited. I think that I'm definitely gonna read this one first, obviously, because it's the first book. But this one, I've kind of heard that it's like a little bit more wintry than this one. So I think that this one's definitely going to be towards the end of like October, November, where I'm kind of like transitioning mentally into my winter headspace. So I'm really excited about both of these. The next one that I have is a little romance book called Morbidly Yours by Ivy Fairbanks. This is one that I bought last fall season. Again, honestly, I think I bought all these last fall season, so I'm gonna stop saying that. at. This one, I honestly don't really know much about it, and I kind of want to go into it pretty blind. All I know about it is that I'm pretty sure that this is it's either marriage of convenience or like fake marriage or something like that. He essentially like needs to get married in order to inherit his family's inheritance or something, like by a certain age, and he ends up entering a fake marriage with a girl who has sworn off love. That's all I needed to hear about it. I thought that the cover was really cute. It's like a short little book. I thought that it would be really good in between some of my bigger fall fantasies to have just like a cute little fake marriage romance. So that is this one. I don't really know too much about it, and I don't really want to. After that, I have A Werewolf's Guide to Seducing a Vampire, which I'm kind of so sad about it because I didn't realize whenever I bought this that this is actually the third book in the series. And now that I've bought this one, I don't want to go back and like buy the first two before even knowing if I like the series. So I am just gonna read this one first, even though it's the third book in the series. And I don't like doing that because I've tried it out a few times, and I feel like you really do miss out on information, whether it's like small. I feel like everything in the books leading up to the books in like an interconnected series, like it does all add up and make a difference when you're reading a series. So I'm like gonna try not to do that as much anymore, but this one I'm going to read the third one first, simply because I already own it, and I just don't want to go out and buy the other two before even knowing if I like it, and then I end up having like the whole series sitting on my shelf and I haven't even read any of them yet and don't know if I like it. Especially while I'm like trying to get through my physical TBR, I'm just trying to think smarter about the books that I am buying so that I'm not just consistently adding more and more books to my physical TBR, if that makes sense. Unless I'm planning to read them like pretty quickly after I purchase them, I'm trying to just like not buy them. So we have A Werewolf's Guide to Seducing a Vampire. I honestly don't remember what this one's about because I bought it so long ago. This one says werewolf Ben Rosewood is happy with his life. 100%. Everything is fine. His business, Ben's Plant Emporium, is thriving, and he's even expanding the shop. His anxiety disorder is, well, it's been better. I love that we get some anxiety representation in here. That honestly makes me way more excited to get into this because I just love feeling seen in books. Okay, his anxiety disorder is, well, it's been better, but that comes with the territory of running a business and having beastly urges every full moon, right? As for romance, who has the time? Though his family is desperate to see him settled, Ben is fine approaching 40 as a single werewolf. But after drunkenly bidding on and winning a supposedly possessed crystal on eBay one night, he finds himself face to face with a beautiful yet angry vampire. Eleanor Bedenkraut de Verux is a rare breed, a vampire succubus born from two elite European bloodlines during medieval times. Thanks to an evil witch, she's been stuck in a crystal since she was 30, forced to obey orders from the possessor of the rock. Eleanor's been dreaming of breaking the spell and severing the witch's head for centuries. But did the witch really sell her to someone new? And for only 99 cents? This sounds so funny. Honestly, I'm so glad I decided to reread the synopsis right now because this just made me re-excited to read this book. So yeah, that's the premise. I'm really excited to get into this. Honestly, I feel like I want to read it right this second. The next book that I have is Bride by Ali Hazelwood. I tried to start this and I was having a little bit of a hard time getting into it, to be completely honest, and I kind of did like, I guess it's not a softie enough because I literally read like 10 or 15 pages and then I decided to read something else because I just felt like I was not in the mood for it. So I'm kind of nervous about this one. I don't know if I'm going to like it. I feel like for a lot of people this one's really like hit or miss. All I know about this book is that it is a, what is it called? Like forced marriage? Oh, arranged marriage. Hello. It's an arranged marriage between a vampire and a werewolf, and there's nodding. And that's all I know about this book. That's genuinely all I have for you. Let me know your thoughts on this book, if you loved it, if you hate it, if you think that I will like it based off of my reading taste. I don't know, because this one I'm honestly unsure about, but excited to give it a try. And then the last book on my fall physical TBR is You Again by Kate Goldberg. No, Kate Goldbeck. This one, first of all, the prettiest fall cover. I don't know why, because apparently this book is like not set in fall at all. So I'm like, why are you catfishing us like this? That's literally the whole reason I bought this book, because I was like, oh, cozy fall vibes, cute. No, and so now because of that, I feel like I have to read it in the fall time, even though like logically I know it doesn't take place in the fall. It's like I have to read it as part of my fall TBR, if that makes sense. I honestly have no idea what this is about. I've kind of been trying to avoid anything about this book. All I know is that I don't think it has the best reviews. To be honest, I feel like a lot of people felt disappointed in this book, and because of that, I started trying to stray away whenever I see people reading this in videos or talking about it like on TikTok, because I don't want to go into it with a biased opinion, and unfortunately, my mind is very influenceable, and if I hear people over and over and over and over again talking about the things that they didn't like in this book, I fear that is all I will be able to notice. So going into this one pretty much blind, let me know your thoughts on this book if you've read it, if you liked it, if you think I'll like it. Don't go into too much detail because I do want to go into this pretty blind, but I'm interested to hear your thoughts on it. So this is the last one that I own physically. Moving into a few of the books that I don't own, but I kind of have my eye on that I feel like would be such cozy and fun reads to read this fall. First off, I have The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston. This and her brand new book, Not Another Love Song or something like that, are the only two books of hers that I have left to read. I really love Ashley Poston's writing. I love her use of magical realism and her little romance subplots. Like, they're so good, okay? Both of her books that I have read so far have been 5 stars and made me emotional and cry. So very excited to kind of go back in time and read The Dead Romantics, because I'm pretty sure this is like the first one that she published, and a lot of people love this book. I don't really remember a ton about like what it's about, but I'm pretty sure that it involves a romance between the main character and a ghost. I'm pretty sure. And if that doesn't scream spooky season, like, I don't know what does. That's pretty much all I know about the book. If that's completely inaccurate, let's just look the other way and ignore that, because I don't really want to look up anything about the book, because I do want to go in pretty blind, because at this point I trust Ashley Poston's books and her writing to be a good time, because I've liked all the ones that I've read so far. So first off, The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston. Next, I really want to read Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. This is another one. Honestly, I think all these, I don't really know too much about the synopsis, so I'm so sorry, but like, I really like going into books as blind as possible for the most part. Obviously, some of them, like this one for example, I'm so glad that I went back and read the synopsis, but some of them it's like, I don't know, I just feel like it'd be a good time if I went into it as blind as possible. So I'm so sorry. But yeah, Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. People have recommended this to me time and time again as a great cozy fantasy. I'm pretty sure it's about a girl who travels to this continent where there's like fairies and stuff like that, and she goes to like document the magic and the fairies and all the different species and stuff like that. Like, I don't really know. It just sounds so cute, and like the covers for the series are so cute, and I think that people say that it has neurodivergent representation as well, which I really love. I'm always looking to read more of that as well. So yeah, really excited. I really hope that I like it and end up reading the whole trilogy. The next two I have are kind of more like witchy reads. I have The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches and The Ex-Hex. I know nothing about The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. I just hear people talk about it all the time, and I also want to read it. Like, I like witchy little books a lot, so I feel like I would like it. I feel like it'd be a good time. And then The Ex-Hex, I'm pretty sure is where the main character accidentally places a hex on her ex-boyfriend, and now there's like things that are coming alive and like trying to attack him, and she's like panicking. She's like, oh my god, I have to undo this. Like, they're gonna, like toys, or like, you know, like Toy Story, the creepy toys that come out from under the bed. That's kind of what I'm picturing it as, which that sounds, again, just perfect for spooky season. And I just love little like witchy books like that, and I really want to read more just like fun and lighthearted witchy books like that as well, and not only just like my high stakes fantasy and romantasy books, because I do really love those as well, but I kind of want to find more like lighthearted and fun reads to throw in between those as well, and I feel like those will be perfect for that. And then lastly, I have Belladonna by Adeline Grace. I'm really excited to give this book a try. I feel like I haven't had the best track record with gothic fantasy, so I'm a little bit nervous that I won't like it as much as everyone else, but the fact that the book is about our main character teaming up with Death himself, like as a person, is so intriguing to me, and I feel like that has the potential to be something that I really love. So I don't know, I feel like there's like a 50-50 chance given my track history with gothic dark fantasy, but I do have really high hopes. I feel like I've heard great things about the series and about the books. I feel like majority of people love them and highly recommend them, so I'm excited and I'm hopeful that maybe I will finally find a gothic dark fantasy romantasy that I like. Fingers crossed. That's another one. Please let me know if you've read it, what your thoughts are, what you rated the book, if you think that I will like it based on the gothic and dark romantasies that haven't been my favorite. Like, do you think that I will like it compared to some of the other ones? I don't know. I don't really want to look too much up about it because I don't want to go into it with any type of expectation that might lead me to be either disappointed or, you know what I'm saying? I want to go into it with like a fresh slate and no expectations, no opinions, and just see what it's about and see if I like it. So those are all the books that I'm hoping to get to this fall that I feel like give the perfect cozy reading fall vibes. And let me know down below what are some of the books on your fall TBR as well. Maybe you guys will leave some that I will end up needing to add to my fall TBR. And also, before you go, don't forget to check out Book of the Month by visiting the link in my description or bookofthemonth.com and use code JACKET to get your first book for just $5 and a cute little hat of your choice. That's all I have for you guys in today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!